Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy Mike. So to be honest with y'all, man, I didn't want to be the one to have to make this video, but this is something that's coming up a lot often and it's kind of irritating me, so I just figured I'd speak on it. So this is pretty much pertaining to new CDL drivers. Whether you are planning to get your CDL, you already got your permit, or you just got your CDL, you're trying to find a company to go to, or you've already, started with somebody, you've been there a month or two or whatever. You have a lot of guys, a lot of drivers out here trying to tell these drivers, the newer drivers, oh, $1,000 is not enough money. That ain't no money. And to be honest with y'all, man, it's irritating to hear shit like that. Excuse my language, I need to stop cursing. But it's irritating to hear that type of stuff, because you have a lot of drivers out here that are making $400 and $500 a week, and that's running OTR. And you got, and to be honest with you, it comes down to that local versus OTR thing. You got guys that's never been OTR talking about, I wouldn't be OTR for $1,000. You got guys that's OTR that's never been local talking about, oh, I would never be local because you got to touch the freight. I've done both, and honestly, it all comes down to preference, man. But when it comes down to the new CDL drivers, you have no experience. What makes you think you're worth over $1,000, man? I'm just being real with you. They're putting you out there in their equipment for you to pull their freight. Now, granted, you do have people that somehow start out making over $1,000. Maybe they're making $1,500. Maybe they're making $2,000. But the people that's doing that, they're not putting everybody else on. They're not telling anybody else where to go. And half the time, you either got to do flatbed and tart, which I've done flatbed before and I hate it, or you're gonna a family member's gonna hire you on. You got to connect to where somebody's saying, all right, go ahead and get your CDL, I'll hire you on, drive my truck, I'll pay you good. That's pretty much it. Not everybody in every state has it to where they can get their CDL, hop onto a company to where they're either home every day, or they're home or they're reasonable where they're home every weekend, or just running OTR period with a minimal amount of experience, making $12, $13, $14, $1,500 a week, man. It's not out there. But if it is, please tell me so I can refer the messages to other new CDL drivers. But here's my thing. A lot of guys sitting here saying, oh, well, when I started, I was making $1,700 a week at blah, blah, blah. Okay, first off, tell me what company you were at, and then show me the proof. Don't sit here and try to sell me a dream, because like I mentioned to y'all before, man, a lot of these drivers out here lie about what they make. For whatever reason, they want to justify, oh, well, I'm doing this because I'm making all this money. Well, shit, show me, because I don't believe it, and it pretty much comes down to that. All these experienced drivers or the local drivers trying to tell the drivers, the newer drivers that's coming in OTR, oh, know your worth. Okay, well, where did you start? Because from my point of view, I was local for 2.5 years before I went OTR. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was local and driving, I was not seeing a check over $1,000. And that was doing flatbed, by the way. Home every day, got off majority of the days at 5 o'clock. Sometimes I got off at 4, depending on whenever I finished delivering all my stuff. I don't see it, man. I didn't see it. And they had other local jobs that were the bigger local chains that were paying like $700 a week. And that's gross. Like, that's before taxes. So how are you going to sit here and try to tell somebody that $1,000 ain't no money? But then you got drivers that's coming from nothing. So to you, $1,000 might not be no money, because maybe you got an expensive ass car note, or maybe you got an expensive ass mortgage. But you got some of these drivers out here that don't have anything. So any type of money, any type of income for them is better than nothing. So $1,000 is pretty much, in my opinion, what a new driver is worth. Just because you have a CDL, somebody told you you're gonna make all this fucking money, but you don't have any experience. Come on now, let's be real. In what industry are you gonna go to where you have a certification with no actual on-the-job training or no on-the-job experience and expecting to make top dollar? Like, come on now, be real. Like, there's levels to this, man. And like I said, it's always the experienced drivers, man. It's always the experienced drivers. granted, you do have some inexperienced drivers, like, you know, 3 to 6 months experience that you know, they got in good somewhere, and now they just want to bash everybody else. Like, my image of trucking, man, we're supposed to be a family. This is a brother / sisterhood over here, but you got you got these little cliques. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like high school all over again. You got the Peterbilt boys over here, you got the Freightliner boys over here, you got the local crew over there, you got the OTR crew over here, you got the regional over here, you got the oversized over there. You know, like, it's just crazy, man. It don't make any sense. And it's like, so if you are a new driver, man, and you're catching this video, man, do what's best for you. Don't let, if you work at a company and they're paying you $600-700 a week and you're fine with that, shit, be fine with it. You know, don't let somebody else try to talk you into doing something you don't even want to do. Same thing when it comes down to when these drivers level up from being a company driver to go buy their own truck. They sit there and ask, oh, what's the best company to lease on to? What's the best company to lease on to? And you have 100 replies. More than half of those replies are going to be somebody that says, get your own authority. Get your own authority. Not everybody is ready to do that. And I don't feel like you should be trying to force anybody to do that either. When the time comes and they're ready for that, it will come. The last person that told me to get my own authority, I asked them to show me his type of money they was making a week. Motherfucker, I make more than you, and I'm in a lease truck. Like, come on, man. Like, that don't make any sense. Oh, I got more freedom. I make all this money. You making $2,500 a week with your authority, bruh. Like, get out of here. You know, and I hate to be that one, man, but it's like, don't come at me trying to tell me about you making all this money, because I will show you my tech stuff. And if I don't have it on me, I will send you the link to my videos. That's how I do it. So like I said, new drivers, I wouldn't accept a job under 1K a week running OTR. That's me. That's why when I was choosing my OTR companies, it was I was picking between different companies, man. And at the end of the day, it all came down to what company was closest to my house, because I was already thinking long term. I was thinking ahead. When I'm ready to quit, I need to be able to get my stuff out of that truck, return their equipment, and not have to pay, you know what I'm saying, a couple $100s to get home. I made $1,000 a week at Snyder. I was okay with that. They put me in a sleeper truck, running OTR, made $1,000 a week. I was fine with that. Some people aren't fine with that. That's why they go local. It is what it is, man. Like, it shouldn't matter. So, I don't know, man. It's just irritating. And this happens often. It happens often. Oh, and then you gotta realize, not everybody wants to do flatbed. Like I said, I've hauled dry van, reefer, flatbed. I already know I don't want to do tanker, because I'm not shaving none of this off. Same thing for oil field. You ask people, oh, what's a good company to go to? Motherfuckers don't have no experience, or you know this person don't have no experience, and you're telling them to go to the oil field. Okay, what company out there is going to help that driver get in there? And before anybody say, oh, well, they're out there, they have to look. Okay, well, they're asking for help or something that they know they can get into. A new driver can say, hey, I just got my CDL. What's a good company to go to? People can just start naming out companies. Oh, go to Prime, go to Swift, go to Knight, go to Schneider, go to CRST. You got all these companies that drivers that they can name. Then it's up to that driver to look at those companies. But when they say, oh, what's a good company to go to? And y'all say, go to the oil field, go ice road trucking. What? Like, come on now, be real. Like, if you're not gonna help them, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, your input or your 2 cents is not even worth it. You know, so I'm sorry about that stuff, man. I really didn't want to get to that, but it just seems like it's happening too much more. And I'm trying to stay away from the drama. I don't want that over here. But too many drivers over here overstepping their boundaries, man. Or they're trying to flaunt that, like, oh, well, I got a CDL, so I'm going to make all this money. Okay, the trucking industry, for you to be valued, you need to come with experience and knowledge, man. You don't have those two, shit, you're a rookie. So they're gonna pay you whatever they feel like you're worth. And then once you get your experience, it's up to you to go elsewhere. Go where you're valued. Go where they're gonna pay you. But let you walk up into Schneider or Swift or Knight or any mega carrier, even mom and pops, you walk up in there with no experience. They're gonna, and you tell them, oh, I want to make $1,300 a week. I want to make $1,500 a week. They're gonna laugh in your face. And if they won't, I'll do it. Because like I said, me as of right now, I'm looking for drivers. I don't hire inexperienced drivers. It's just not gonna work for me. You go to a mega carrier, they have hundreds of trucks. So you can wreck one, and what you think is gonna do? They're gonna put you on a new truck. I'm paying for experience and knowledge in this industry. That's what I'm paying for. So if you have that, then yeah, I will hire you. I will pay you your $1,700 a week salary and have you home every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because you have that experience. You have that knowledge. You should know how to drive the truck, back the truck, communicate with shippers and receivers, communicate with brokers. Like, come on, man. Like, it's like a lot of these drivers out here, they make us look bad, man. And it all comes down to, they don't have common sense, man. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of these drivers out here don't have common sense, and it shows. It really shows. Because like I said, if you don't have that experience, what makes you think you're worth $2,000? Because you went and paid $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for a CDL? No, it don't work like that. You got people that still paying student loans off of going to medical school and all that crap, and they don't even work in that field yet. They still doing fast food. Like, come on, bro. Like,